I used to get panic attacks all the time, like at least every month, often every week. Feels like my heart is going to just leap out of my chest. I can't take a full breath. Vision starts closing in, and I think I'm going to pass out, but I never do. When you're having a panic attack, you feel like you're going to die. You feel like you're dying. It's intense. I have had so many panic attacks in my life. I'm a freaking pro. Looked it up, and here are the symptoms, and here's how to work through it. You know, some people take medication for it if you have like a chronic condition. That works for some people. As a redhead, taking medication for something, especially mental health medications, is something I want to avoid at all costs. As a redhead, medications and drugs and things affect me very differently. It takes a hell of a bigger dose of just about everything to have the same effect as it does on most other people. The idea of taking a medication for mental health feels impossibly daunting because I'd have to figure out the right kind, the right dose, the frequency, and my body chemistry might just decide, oh, we're used to you now. No thanks. And cue panic attacks again, right? I started doing some more digging, trying to figure out what is going on, because I started having panic attacks every week. One week I had 5 in a single week. It started happening every single day. One day I had 3 separate panic attacks in one day. And I stopped and I thought to myself, this is crazy. I'm not this stressed out. What is going on? So I started trying things. Diet can affect it, sleep can affect it, drinking, alcohol, like all kinds of things. I started eliminating stuff from my diet to see what would happen. Nothing. Put it back in, try something else, and so on. And then I got to coffee. I stopped drinking coffee for a week, and the panic attacks vanished into thin air as if they never were. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Not the coffee. Not the coffee. Please, not the coffee. It was the coffee. I think, okay, well, how about decaf? Can we compromise? A small decaf latte one day. Feel the anxiety creeping back up again. Okay. Back off. A few days later, try it again. Same deal. A few days later, try it again. Same deal. Okay. All right. Fine. So coffee gives me anxiety and panic attacks. Fine. But decaf, a small decaf, that's a level of anxiety that is manageable. And at least I know what's going on. That has been my greatest asset in panic attacks, is simply recognizing what it is as early on as possible. Heart pounding, vision tunneling in, tingly. Here, I'll hold this up. This is from WebMD. You know you're having a panic attack, probably, if you experience several of these symptoms. Racing heart, feeling weak, faint, or dizzy, check. Tingling or numbness in the hands and fingers, oh yeah, check. Sense of terror or impending doom or death, check. Feeling sweaty or having chills, sometimes I get chills. Chest pains, hell yeah. Breathing difficulties, can't take a breath. Feeling a loss of control, like not being in control of your own breathing, yes. If you've experienced those things, if you feel that, you're probably having a panic attack. And realizing this has been the greatest tool that I have to manage them, because as soon as I recognize, oh, I'm having a panic attack right now, it's not going to make you feel any better, but it will help you to not feel worse, because as soon as you know it's a panic attack, you know it isn't something else. You know you're not dying. You know your life isn't falling apart. Maybe it is, and that's why you're having a panic attack, but the panic attack makes it bigger than it really is, right? So just bear with me. You know it's going to pass. Panic attacks end. Every time I have a panic attack, just like, okay, stop everything, sit down, plant your feet on the floor. This is me talking to myself. Just be still for a moment and force yourself to breathe deeply. They call it square breathing. Like pick a number, usually 4 in, 4 out. Like 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. And repeat. It's that simple, but it really helps because if you're hyperventilating, having a panic attack, you can actually pass out if you're not getting enough oxygen. I started doing that and it made it better. Panic attacks end and it'll be okay. I started drinking decaf lattes every so often because it's a level of anxiety I can manage, right? And today I had one of those cards filled up. It's like, ooh, free coffee. I'm like, I'm going to go turn this in. I want a latte. And I forgot to say decaf today. And then I forgot that I forgot to say decaf. And at this point, in drinking my coffee, I'm already fabulous. So I'm just going to enjoy the last few sips of watered down, delightful LGO nut milk latte that I have because it's too late. I am fully expecting to have a panic attack today and probably tomorrow. I am not even kidding. Dear future Kira, please remember to say decaf because you'll feel like your life depends on it if you don't. This is going to be fun. P.S. I'm not a doctor. They have doctors for panic attacks. You can talk to a doctor. So, disclaimer, covered. I also want to mention, it's not just the caffeine. I can drink green tea until I'm the color of Spock from like First Generation Episode 1. It does not affect me the same way. It's the coffee. I can already feel it. My heart is pounding. I can feel my heartbeat in my toes. Just remember, when you're having a panic attack in public, you're not as obvious as you think you are. People can't really tell. I promise. It's okay. You can just go to the bathroom and do your breathing exercises and it'll feel like you've been in there for 2 hours and you're like preventing everybody else from getting into the bathroom, but it's been like 2 minutes. Time is a twilight zone when you're having a panic attack and it's gonna be okay. You can talk about it. Well, isn't that lovely? I'm gonna go do some breathing exercises.